Okay, it looks like I'm live. So let me get over to YouTube so I can see things the way you guys see things. Give me just a minute to get over there. Let's see if this will pull up today. Alright. Mute. And live chat. Hey Carla, how you doing? Happy Fri-Yay. Hope you had a great end of your week. Alright, so here we are. Let's see. Alright, I think that's got it in there, maybe. Oh, sorry, ladies. Okay. No. That corner came out of the little. Oh, boy. Oh, there we go. Don't know how that happened. All right, so let's just do our usual flip through. There's our creeper pages. Okay. This one we still need to add something to, but I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. Okay, so this could be a page that we work on today. It goes with this. Oh my gosh. I have yawns. I'm sorry. Looks like Cookie Monster face over there. Okay, I'll have a look at it in a little bit. I was on earlier, but I haven't. I actually laid down for a little bit, and I think it was a mistake. Oh my goodness. So there's that little strip for when we decided we want to use it that kind of looks like the eyeballs from last time. That's our Paul Knowles. That's our Chattanooga newspaper page. And this is where we were at last time. We got to finish this one. Okay, so, but let's see. This is the page we worked on last time, I think. No, we worked on a layered page last time. But we did work on this page. We added this to the song lyrics we'd already obsessively copied out onto here. And then added a red pen too. Red pen. There's that. Oh my goodness. We did add this last time. Here is our x-ray page that we haven't put down yet because we need to find something to slide behind it. I think this is going to go here. Oh, and here's the page we worked on last time. So this finally, it needs a little loosening up. And I kept coming back to it every now and then over the last few days, and I just haven't decided what I want to do to finish this page up yet. I do like the layering on this page, so I am happy with how that came out. We've got our buttons, and they are stuck down good. Good and stuck. And we just need to add some words and stuff to these. So I think that's good. So let's come back to this one, where that part keeps coming loose. Okay. So how is everybody's Friday going? I hope it is going well. Obviously, it's the evening part. So let's make sure you guys can see. This is what's going to go behind the door. So, let me just get that folded. Hey, Christine, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Fri-Yay. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so we're going to want to put so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tear the paper. I think it'll be easier to deal with it that way. We'll get the comet lined up where we want it. And then we'll do the door separately. Yeah, like that. But I actually think that we need to even a little bit more, just a tiny bit more than that, I think. Because we want to get the full effect of the comet. And yeah, I think there. I think that's the one. Yeah, I think that's good. So all right, so let's get this side off first, where we actually have measured it. Hey, Kim, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Long time no see. Hope you're having a great Fri-Yay. I went out a little while ago with Els and Sandy just to run out to the Winco for lunch meat and stuff. You know, those things you can't quite seem to keep on hand for the same amount of time. The lunch meat always runs out at an odd time, doesn't it? Well, that's been our experience at any rate. So I'm just trimming this picture up. Right there. So we can get it in our doorway. I finally found some ink. My ink, guys. I found my brown ink pad and my black one. Hallelujah. I have been through every pile in my room, and the only thing I haven't found is my okay, so that's how that's gonna look. I think that's very good. I think I like it. Uh-oh. And I didn't grab any glue. Brilliant moment. Let me get some glue, you guys. Let's go over to the old drawer and grab a glue stick. Here we go. Oh, you've never been? I think they had one in Arizona where I lived, but it wasn't on the bus line. So I had never been until I got here. I like it. It's fun. I like to shop from the loose bins. I'm looking for my pokey tool. Just the glue's a little stuck. Let's check the inside of the cap here and make sure there's no hard part to that. Sometimes you poke out whatever it is and it goes back up in there. I found what I poked out. A nice thick glue booger. Yay. So that means hopefully better gluing. Yeah, I like the loose bins. I bought some, we got some granola to go with the oatmeal. Because, you know, oatmeal on its own, a little bit bland. Now, Sandy picked it up this time. I like to get something with flaxseed in it. Because flaxseed is good for you. But, I think it was honey something or other. So. That'll be good too. Okay, so I'm just trying to smooch that to the edges. Not like this door is going to get a lot of action, but I want it to look good nonetheless. And it'll be better if I don't know. I've never been to one of those. But yeah, I imagine so. They have good deals on stuff a lot of the time. They do a stromboli that's the size of Mike's head. That's fresh. You can take it and bake it. Okay, so that means we can glue down this side of the the doohickey. Yeah, because my words are doing so good tonight. I have been up since about, I don't know, 3 o'clock this morning. Since I couldn't get on last night, I promptly went to bed. Isn't that exciting? I know how to live it up on a Thursday. Yeah, my computer was not being very nice. It was running everything slow. I think it might have been doing some kind of update. Like sometimes the AVG updates and it slows everything down. I forgot to put glue here. Oh dear. So let me get a little glue under there. Okay. And so I went to bed at like, I don't know, 8:45. What I originally told myself was, hey, I'll just lay down for a minute. Lay down. And the next thing I knew was 3 o'clock in the morning. And there I was, reading leftovers, asking myself why. So I got up and I worked. I worked and I worked and I worked. So we're going to glue that there. To the door. And then we'll have a door that goes into outer space. Woohoo! I don't know what this has to do with serial killers, but seemed like a good idea at the time. I think you had to be a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in some way to be murdering people in the first place, so. Although as I get older and I have less and less tolerance, I think they may just have a different set point on how much shenanigans they're allowed to, they're willing to put up with in life. Because I sure have a whole lot less patience for a whole lot of stuff than I did when I was younger. I can't tell if somebody just knocked on the door or just bumped it. I don't know. They'll knock again if they want it in. Okay. So those are the pieces we don't need. And let's ink the ones that we do. So the granola I got last time was a pumpkin flaxseed granola, and it was not overly sweet. Sandy has a sweet tooth, so of course this time she picked out something super sweet. I don't know, that girl. She may be onto something. I'm just trying to cover up where, sometimes when you cut something to size, it's still not quite to size. So just in case it, some of the edges show, that way they are covered up. Hey, Roseanne, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Okay. Let's get some glue on this and get it glued down. Do. So we're going to have to come up with a reason why we put this in our serial killer journal. Okay. Just trying to make sure it's going to stick all the way to the edges when we put it down. Okay. Now we still have a little bit of maneuverability. Okay. Because we got a little bit of glue right there. Okay. Okay. Now we want to glue this down. And we're going to glue something over this side, so no worries about the mess on that side. Now we've got the moon right there. All right. Now we just have to let that dry for a little bit. All right, let me grab a drink of water here. Everybody's quiet tonight. Did the week wear you guys out, or? So it is raining here in Las Vegas. We had great big ugly storm clouds moving in when we were on our way to Winco. But it didn't smell like rain. You know, you get that smell when it's going to rain. So you're like, ooh, it's going to rain. Okay. I feel like we need some kind of doorknob. What do you think? I picked out a bunch of buttons. But, it wasn't specifically for a door. I just happened to, when I was sorting stuff, you know. Oh, what to do with that then now? Oh, thank God my brain is attached. So I'm just trying to cut some of this plastic off the button. It was one of those, you know, so I know that's oversized, but I kind of like that. And it's got a chip on it, so it looks like a worn doorknob. What do you guys think? I know it's big, but yes, I could also use a brad. It was a poo-poo day. Boo on that. Seems like it tries, but I'm too ornery. Well, I kind of dig that. Yes, Carla. A huge chip on it. So I need to grab some Fabri-Tac then. Because I think that'll hold the button the best. Don't worry, I just have to go over to my door. I keep all my glue in that over the door shoe organizer that I got. I was spitting mad. I slept through Wednesday's live. And then yesterday the computer was like, nopey, nope, nope. No live for you. So I'm just trying to squeeze some Fabri-Tac on there. My hand is worn out. Oh, where's my pokey tool? Yeah, Tuesday I laid down and I must have really needed that rest because I was down for the count. Today I set an alarm and I took it to bed with me because I knew the potential was there because I've been up since 3 a.m. working. I got all my stuff that was stored, that was, you know, hanging out in the living room waiting to be sorted. And so I still have some crazy mad hoarder piles in here, don't get me wrong. But I really think, oh shoot, I think that there might be a hard glue booger stuck in here. So I will have to let the glue run to the bottom of the bottle and attempt to clean that out after tonight's live. All right, I think there's enough to stick that button down now. I almost threw this button out. I was almost like, well, it's chipped. And then I thought, you know, sometimes the imperfect things are the best things for the job. You got a goodie from a live sale. And Noodles went, it's mine. Harry does that with Elsa stuff sometimes. Where they have an ongoing battle with it where she'll finally get it back. And he'll forget about it for a little while. But then he'll find it on her desk. And he'll be like, that's mine. All right, so there we have a giant doorknob on there. And let's see about... There. Not bad at all. If I do say so myself. Now, I still think we need to do something about that hard line. But I think we're going to call it this page done for right now. Because I'm not sure where it's going from here. I just felt the need to put it there. So we're going to start with that. And we'll build on it as we go. Because that seems to be our jam, right? All right, so yeah, I like the doorknob. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with how that came out. So there's our page from last time for anybody who came in later. It still needs work. This is not done yet. I'm not completely happy and it needs a thing. So, but I do like the layering side for sure. And this didn't get as stiff as I thought it would. So it still has a nice textury feel. As a memory, something to come back to and caress. I think that works. Door. Ah, door. Ah, sorry. Easily amused. Ah. It's a 3-foot banner of wooden beads and a tassel on one side and a baby chicken on the other. You think it's from the Dollar Tree? That sounds cool. You'll have to take a picture of it so I trying to visualize it, but it sounds neat. Okay, so let's come up here to this part. Let's go ahead and ink her edges. All right. And now Noodles is like, it's all mine. Mine, all mine. I love how cats don't give any shits about you sometimes. They're like, I know you bought this for yourself, but I like it, and now it's mine. I don't know what else we're going to put because I think these pages are going to go together. But I do want to put that right there. Yeah, I do. I definitely do. So I need a paper to glue on. I need gluey paper. This will do. It's a thin image, so I thought we'd go ahead and use some of this Scotch glue stick I'm now in love with. Els gave me a couple more of them. I still have so much Elmer's glue to use, though. Because I have like a 60-pack in the closet. And then while I was cleaning, don't tell anybody, This will just be between you and me. All 5 of us. Am I buffering? Don't be buffering. I don't want you to buffer. She wouldn't give you a moment to cut off the hang tag. That sounds like kitty. Sounds like a kitty move to me. No, I like it with the hang tag. I love Dollar Tree stuff. I'm just gonna put that out there. They have some really good stuff. Uh-oh. It's a little bit crooked. And it's down. Well, alrighty then. And I glue stick the page. Some days. Okay, so let's pull this a little bit closer. Okay, so I think I'm gonna glue that there too as well. Yeah, let's get in a few more qualifiers. Definitely could use a few more. Okay. There we go. But at least she's noodles. Oh, kitties. Okay. Okay, hold on. Oh, I threw my ink on the floor and my scissors. I'm trying to kill myself. Uh-oh. Kind of made that a little bit wobbly. It's wobbly. Well, it'll have to work just how it is. Okay. So we're just gonna, I think we're gonna put these over here. The question is, do we want to cover that or do we want to leave it the way it is? Carla. Do you sometimes feel like you're not the boss of your house? There's a cat thing going on. A cat conspiracy to take over the house. Okay. So I still think I have to go back and ink the stuff that was stuck to. Before I cut it all apart. Oh, I feel another yawn coming on. Okay. You're a snap dealer and nothing else. I think Els kind of feels the same way. Harry wants her. Well, I think Harry does love her, but when he hasn't had this meowy wanna for a little while, or she's slacking on the treats, you know, if she sleeps in or something and he doesn't get him at the right time, he can be kind of a dick. It's a thing. I have been rewatching The Lord of the Rings, the 3 movies. They're apparently on Netflix till the end of March. And I didn't realize it. Which is appropriate. I've been missing Liam, and that was our deal. We used to watch those together all the time. He really loved. Well, I'm sure he still does. The Lord of the Rings. He wanted to be an elf. And then he decided he wanted to be a hobbit. I was like, well, we definitely get more food that way. Okay. Hold the phone. There's a little bit of glue on the middle of that right there. I glued it. I glued it real good. Okay. Okay, Kim, have a great weekend. Enjoy. Thanks for coming and spending a little time with us. Well, hopefully I did just. Let's see about this pen. So I'm not sure if else is going live tonight. I'll have to get out there and ask her at some point. She didn't say anything to me earlier, and usually she does. It's her Friday time, though, so I imagine she's coming on at 8. Maybe. And I thought this was a felt tip pen, but it's not. Fantastic. So we may go back over this with the red, because I know I bought a sort of felt tippy pen in the red. This will still give it a nice. I feel like this is a little bit threatening the world, you know. Hope you're ready for my serial killerness. So yeah, so I'm in the middle of the second movie. No, third movie. Which is the hardest one to watch for me. And they did good at putting in some humor to lighten up all the dark end of the world kind of stuff, you know. But I have to say, I think it's been about 5 years since I last watched them. And I like it. Okay. It's set up. You see it? I don't know what. Okay. Oops. What did I just do with that pen? Now I've lost the pen. I literally just had it in my hand. Oh, there it is. I just got a little carried away right here. Oh, crud. Okay. hold on. Oh, now my red pen is missing. Seriously? Is this my red pen? Nope, that's another one of those. Okay. Well, it's probably buried on my desk somewhere. Okay. I don't want to cover that up. So anything else that this needs to have a definition for petechia, and I think this might have been the person we strangled. I'm not live on my own live. But that's coming along. So let me drag the pen a little bit closer to me. Oof. Let's see what we want to do. Okay. Let's see if we can find the page that has the definition of petechia on it. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through here. Ooh. Okay, so here's the definition right here. So we need something to put in there. All right. Let's see. I took some tags out to the... Maybe we'll get a paint chip. I got 9 million paint chips here. And then we can back it. Let's see. Maybe something pink. A lot of these are dark colors. You can see what kind of colors I lean towards, right? I think gray is going to blend in too much with the... I don't know. That could work. Or we could go with this pink color. Or that. Okay, I think those are the ones. Not flat enough. I need something to... oops. The glue spread out a little bit after we glued the pocket on. So it's a little bit... As long as we don't poke a hole in it, we're all good. That'll work. Okay, so which one? I think I like this one. It's called Glow Pink. So I wonder if we could. That one's called Moonlit Snow. I wonder if we could just glue these two together and take notes on one side of it. That could be a thing. That way we get the pink and the gray. Okay. And then I'll probably green it with my I think I'm gonna use this this glue from Daiso. It's kind of a cross between a wet glue and a glue stick. But it doesn't go on as thick or as heavy as a like the Aleene's, because you've got like that kind of bingo dauber top. Although I'm reluctant to say bingo dauber these days after the whole bingo dauber incident. Okay. So there we go. That's one way to do it, I suppose. And then we'll ink up some edges. So let's flip that over. Let's just smoosh that down. We definitely want all our edges smooshed. Okay. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to have to keep pushing the edges for a little bit. I just tried to ink with the lid. So let's go ahead and... Yeah, I like that with the brown. So I just wanted to make sure before I don't want to ink the sides yet because they haven't quite stuck. You know how cardstock can be. So this is Moonlit Snow, and that is Glow Pink. All right, so I'm going to ink the edges, then I'm going to set it down for a minute because I think it'll tend to be smudgy. I've already got a little smudge on this side. So let's just ink this and then back away from it for a second. L's L&L Live. Late Night Lunatics, yes. I'll message her and see if she's at her desky to make desk. Hold on. That'll just take me a minute. So I'm going to give that just a little longer to dry, and then we'll write about Diki on there. Oh, so she does have an event set up? That's good. So let me pull up another also YouTube. That That way at the end I can get a link. Okay, so that probably means yes, she does intend to go live, would be my guess. So we have to decide which side we want to show and which side we want to take the notes on. I think I'll take the notes on the pink side, and I'm going to write here like this. And then we'll have the gray side showing. What do you think? Because it matches the paper. It even matches this over here. Matches the letter. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So let me tear this tiny piece of paper off here. Ooh, I would have never guessed that's how it's spelled. Petechia. Petechia. Okay. So petechia. Tiny ruptured blood vessels on the eyelids and facial skin, which if I turn this back around the right way, which you can see here, it's actually little dots. I know it just probably kind of looks rosy so that there's lots of little tiny dots up on her eyelids and even up in here. So it's tiny ruptured blood vessels on the eyelids and facial skin, a common sign of asphyxiation. So we'll put that right in there. And we may add something to the front. We just don't know what it is yet. A nap would be fabulous. Janice! Yes, it would. I was laying down before this live, and it didn't quite make it to nap because I only had 45 minutes. She says Jess, she is going live tonight. I would love a good nap. I may take a nap after this live. Who knows what I'm capable of? Okay. So far for here, and I'm guessing this is the girl we asphyxiated, but we would have had to use some kind of apparatus because I don't think we have the physical strength to do strangle. Okay, so this is about us. We hope the world is ready for us. Not sure what's going there yet. This is with a lot of pages so far, and that is so tight in there. I suppose it'll loosen up over time. Oh, you know what? I feel like, I know I did ink this side, but I feel like it's not inky enough. So I'm going to put a little more on there and then let it sit for a second because this is tending to smudge if we don't let it dry all the way. so we're going to let that dry a little bit more. Yes, it takes a lot of hand strength, which I, at my age, definitely don't have, and I don't think I ever had at any point in my life. And I don't think most people have. Although if you're in a rage, I suppose I could use some paint chips. My love of paint chips. I have so many of them. So on one side, we went with the glow pink. And on the other side, moonlit snow, which I feel like is a good match with this background we put on here. So let's slide that back down in there. We just backed 2 paint chips on each other because there's writing all over the back. So, ta-da! Yeah. You'd be surprised at people's flight or fight responses with their, unless they're drugged, then it's easier. I say probably because I don't want people to think I'm actually murdering people, okay? Or drunk. I think it would be easier to suffocate somebody with a pillow or your hands if they were drunk. I don't want somebody to tune in and be like, oh my God, they're plotting a murder, or they're discussing somebody they've murdered. I don't think anybody would, but you never know these days, you know. Disclaimer, not advocating serial killing people. This is a thought exercise. Okay, so we have so many partially done pages at this point, but I am starting to like this quite a bit. Ooh, I made the creaky noises. My chair is haunted. Haunted, I say. Okay, so I'm going to have to try and pick this up now. Wait. It's gotten quite full and quite heavy. Oh, and I found my other yearbook. Did I tell you guys? I found my college yearbook that I thought I had. It's not mine personally, but it's one that I discovered. So let's grab some things out of here and see what what else we might want to work on. Okay. Let's grab some pictures. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this bunch of stuff that we pulled out. Okay. Okay. I think that's too much people in one place. But I do kind of like this. So what if and then we can, so I'm gonna let that rest there and we'll see how this goes. see if that grows on me any. Let's find a page and then. Okay, nope. Oh, you missed it, Janice. We glued this button doorknob. It is very large for the page, but that's how our the hyoid is sometimes hard to find. Me too, Janice. Me too. Yeah, the broken hyoid bone. It's yeah. That's typically, especially on crime scene shows, you know. So that's our comet night sky, and I'm probably gonna make that darker with a marker. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Okay, so but we also do need to. SpaghettiOs. We've glued this to itself. Oh dear. I should have put some wax paper or something in there. Okay, so we're going to have to do some damage control on that page. That's okay, though. These things happen. Now it has character. Oh, how about this blue page? I like this blue page. I think that's a Carla page. Okay. She's kind of dramatic too. Ooh. That's someplace in Alaska. Nope, I don't like it there though. Okay. Good night, Candy. Oh, and Candy's got to work tomorrow. Well, have a great Saturday. Enjoy. And get good rest. I probably missed her. That's what I get for not paying attention. Okay, so I kind of like that. It obviously needs more. What I say every time. It needs more. It needs more. Let me see if I can find a piece of map or something. Let's see. I can't see anything with my glasses on. Ooh, wait. Oh, hold on. Okay. Okay, hold the phone. I think I like where this is going. And like a genius, I think I put all the maps in the bottom. Okay. Okay, hold the phone. Okay. Okay. Oops. Okay. So we have a choice of, let's see. This is Grand Island, North Platte, and Kearney. Over here we have Des Moines, Davenport, Dubuque, Decorah, Madison. So which side? I think I want to put that in the little circle right there. And that's kind of the part of that string design. So which side do you guys like? This has Pierre, Rapid City, North Platte, Kearney, and Grand Island. And this has a bunch of stuff around Des Moines. Noodles is giving you sass. Okay, yeah. Who show you what? Des Moines or Rapid City? Somebody pick. A or B? A or B? A or B? So we could go with, let's go with Nebraska then. Let's do it. And then we'll save the other circle for a different serial killer thing. Now obviously we're going to ink all these pieces. Kearney is Nebraska. Well, she wants the Des Moines side. Okay. We switch it up. All right. So let's grab some ink and start ink-a-dink-a-doing all the edges. So we're using part of a jelly print. You know, I like me some inked edges. So good to have my potting soil ink back. It's my favorite one. Okay, we have to tear a little bit more of this off the bottom here, because otherwise it hangs over. That ought to be okay. Okay. Well, they're next to outer space in your mind. Like the plains looks empty compared to where I live. Yeah, well, it's a much smaller population. Per, square foot than then you get into the up north states. in North Dakota and stuff like that, where it's super cold for a good part of the year. And then it's population in the cities, but lid. Okay, so we're going to put that right there. And we need our, I brought it over here. And then what'd you do with it, Amy? Oh, there it is. Now it's way under here. It just wandered farther and farther away. I didn't put the lid on. I think I made another glue burger. Boys Town? Oh, there we go. Woo! Yeah, if you look at a map by population density, they're pretty interesting. Although I haven't looked at one recently, so I may be quoting you demographics that aren't correct. Yeah, I've heard of Denia, although I don't know her. It's beautiful, beautiful country, though. That's for sure. At least I think it is. Next up, okay, this went like this. I think I wanted to come down here a little bit. And over this way a little bit more. Well, let's at least get the map up straight. Oh, even Eau Claire's on there a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I have not been myself. Even if I don't visit there long term, I'd at least like to drive through all of the, all of the states in the United States. I don't think I'll go to Alaska, though. I think that ship has sailed for me. I think I actually want her to be a little bit under the map. So let's push her back this way just a little bit. Yeah, I think that's where I want it. So right now we're just lining up some victims and potential stalkers, or people that have caught our interest. We're not necessarily murdering everything that's in this book. Sometimes we're just being creepy. Okay, now let's glue the rest of this down. Let me put the lid on this so that hopefully it doesn't get stuck again. Get a little lift in the corner here. All right. Okay. All right, so let's think about that for a few minutes. We do need to back that. Still didn't quite get that all the way down. Okay. What do we want to do with this? I have to think about that. Just thinking about what else we can do today. I haven't had a chance to, I pulled out some fashion magazines, but I haven't had a chance to go through them and look for anything yet. We could get that glued down though. Now the question is, do we want to turn this into another pocket? Because I have an idea for this, and I think I do. I think we do want to turn that into a pocket. So let's see. If there's nothing on the other side of this page, we might want that. But like this page, I don't think there's anything on here that we could use this to back this. Just to upcycle some stuff. I wonder if that'll be thick enough. Let me feel one of the other pockets. Hold, please, while I find a pocket. That's on file folder. Which I do love to use file folder. I think it'll be okay. So we're putting it here. And we said we're going to use this. We might. But it probably won't use that, so I think it's okay. to back this with that. And make a pocky that way. I'm just using the tip right now to spread the glue as close to the edges as I can. Well, as long as I can be helpful. We're serial killering and keeping you on task with your errands. Yeah. Let's get that as close as we can. Minimal trimming. Now that's got to dry for a minute because we want the magazine image to not be wet when we cut it around the edges. Otherwise, we might get tearing. Sorry, I gave you another to do. But at the very least, we're keeping you on track with your errands. I'm just going to get another bottle of water from across the room here. I finished this one, and I'm still thirsty. So let's just swap these out. Oh, you know what? I just remembered I got a Fanta while we're out. Let me run and see if that's cold. Because the cooler they had it in did not make it cold. I'll be right back. I think it's cold enough. Okay. Ooh. Eye shots. Oh my. The Torso Killer Confessions. How is it? Is it creepy? Fanta. Yep, Fanta. But I will still also have some water. Some men, it can be very hard to get them in for the things they need to do. You've been put off for 3 years. that's a little weight. Okay, I think we're safe to cut if I can find the scissors. No, I just had those. Armagerd. I really want the green ones for the stove. Hold on. Maybe they fell on the floor again. I don't think they did, but phooey. I see them. I see them. Haha. They tried to escape. They did. They did. No escape for you. So, on that note, we will also keep the top half of this page because we might be able to back it something else with it. Waste not, want not. I do like to upcycle when I can. So, just trimming off. There's a tiny bit of extra here. And it's stuck to the scissors. Tiny bit extra right there. And a tiny bit extra right there. Okay. So let's take the little tiny pieces and throw those away. And I think we're probably safe to throw that away. But we'll save the other page for... Oh, okay. Ew, that does not sound like fun. I think it might be too soon to cut the circle, though. So. And then I do have this picture, too. Oops. Wrong picture. This one. I don't want to put these together, but I do want to use this somewhere else in the book so that we have it echoed at least one other time with the red. And then I actually kind of want to put that in the middle. I know we're going to make it into a pocket, so I'm only going to glue the 3 sides. But I want to be able to write around the pocket with some more writing like we did on that one card. So we're not going to glue that down just yet, but it is backed. And I don't want to cut the circle, and so obviously don't want to glue it down just yet. But we're making progress. We need to do some more stuff for this part of the book. I think I may also want to make some of that, because this was older. This is from the 70s. I think I want to make some of that tape, that antique kind of tape stuff that Rosemary and Brooke make. Or is it Rosemary and Johnny? Okay, I think that's going to be awesome when it goes on there. So let's see about oh, I had a picture of a where'd it go? I had a picture of a tree over here. Here. I think I want to let's get back to it's over here. Here. So it's kind of thinking. So I'm going to tear a little bit more over here. Okay, so I think we can cut off. We're going to have to cut off some from both ends. Yeah, I think that's okay there. And we can even overlap her a little bit. So like maybe reminiscent of where we murdered her. Maybe we've used a photograph, and then here, which I'll need to carefully tear down the sides. Because I think it's going to look better without a straight edge. On the sides there. Welcome back. Yeah, you got to keep an eye on that. For sure, Roseanne. You don't want to let that kind of stuff sneak up on you. My dad was a diabetic. And his kidney started to fail. And he just refused to quit smoking. And he wound up with an amputation. He had to have a kidney replacement, which was on the military's dime. But this happened in his mid-30s. I think between 36 and 38. He retired from the military after 20 years. But he was sick for the last couple. And I still think they let him finish out his 20 years to get his full retirement benefits. But he was so unhappy. Because he had, plans for his life. And then he got sick. And he worked hard his whole life, for the plan he'd made. So I'm thinking this is where we put the body. This is maybe where we did the murdering. As kind of mementos, maybe we've done a photograph. But I don't know if I want to nail that down yet. I don't know if I want to add anything else. But so he did. The point of that was he didn't. But I think he would have lived longer had he quit smoking. But he was one of those guys. He didn't want to go have the medical stuff done. Other than, all the obviously life-threatening things. He was on dialysis for quite a while before he got his kidney. But oh my goodness. But my mom kept on top of him, She was like the manager of his health care. She didn't put up with no shit. My mom was formidable, or is. We're just not that close. But I do want to go ahead and ink the edges because, if it's sitting in here, I'll probably forget to do it. I'll get carried away with an idea. And the next thing you know, it'll all be glued down. And I'll be like, I didn't ink the edges. Surely the inking police are on their way. It's a crime against crafting. I think it's so funny how there are some people who ink everything. Some people who ink nothing. And I like to ink because I like the contrast. I think it gives it a nice pop. some extra depth. But I forget, fairly often, and some things I don't. And there are some things I don't. Like the collage roll. Who's got that kind of time? Do you know how much time we'd spend? We are collage rolling on Sunday, guys. Now, Els is having her sale on Sunday. She just wasn't ready on the 7th. Kind of snuck up on her, I think. But I think she's doing it at noon. So, and she only usually goes, 2.5 hours. So I will go on live in the afternoon, probably around 4. Since 2009. So just a wee little bit. When I find the red pen, I'm going to add some red pen to the border. It's in the caddy. I just can't see it because it's in front of me. In the moment, you're like, oh, I can't find it. Do I want to add anything on there? I love her hat. The magazine I took this from, the lady makes things, she's a weaver she did baskets and what'd I just say? Let me grab in my closet the bucket of trim. Excuse me. Apparently leaning to the side makes me want to burp. Ow, there's something pokey in my chair. It's a push pin. Ow! Stupid push pin. Okay. Well, let's just throw that away. I pulled down some stuff that was tacked to above the closet that didn't belong to me. It was from one else. Used this as a craft room. And 4 years later, I'm finally getting around to taking it down. I think I want some of that trim that I got the other day from the Hobby Snobby. I think it's in here. Maybe. Maybe it's not in here. Maybe I put it in another container. Where did you go, trim? Well, regardless, we're using something out of this bin. That's Christmas. That needs to go in the Christmas bucket. Whoa. Okay. So let's fish down in here. Ooh, what about that? That reminds me a little bit of her straw hat. Oh, now I got to track down that trim. I really thought it was in this bin. Okay, Amy, where did you put the... Oh, I think I know where it is. But I don't want to get up and get it. So we're just going to use something in here. You know me, I'm always looking for a secondary layering idea. I think maybe this. Ooh, it reminds me a little bit of her dress. Burlap. I think my burlap's out in the garage. But we've got this. This is a burlap ribbon. So I was thinking of putting it here. Running some of that down the middle, maybe. Let's see how we feel about that. No, I don't like that part. Maybe something a little less bulky. Let's see what else we have in here. Her dress is pink. So it's got some, it's cream with some kind of pink. Nope, I still think that's too bulky. Let's see. Oh, here we have some of this. Some burlap trim. Let's pop this open. Get glue all over me. Okay. I was thinking maybe adding this one to it. Look, this is schmancy. It's got pins and everything in it. So schmancy. There's not very much on here, so let's just unroll this whole little doodah. So there's that. Maybe not down the middle. Maybe we'll put this first. And just to the edge of the picture here. And then we'll add this on. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do it. Let me put the rest of this away, though. Okay. Mm-hmm. In a minute now, I'm going to take the top off and try and apply it with something else. I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay. No. Hold on. I'm busy gluing myself to the glue bottle. Okay. Shoot, I just dropped my pokey tool on the floor. Super. All right. I'm just going to attempt to, I think this is just old and thick, and I wouldn't even begin to know what to do to, but I don't have all day to squeeze that bottle. My hands will hurt tomorrow. So I'm just trying to put it on thick enough here to put down both pieces of trim. And making a hot mess while I do it. Okay. Hold the phone while I squeeze some of this back into the bottle. Let's clean off this palette knife before it forever has cover tack on it. All right. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Okay. I have glue all over my thumb and forefinger. And let's get this second piece down. Nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Boys Town is Boys Town, Nebraska. Okay. Yeah, medications and their reactions with each other sometimes can be. Like I said, I have an obsession with reading the side effects of the medications in magazines. Okay, I think I like that. Hold on, I'm trying to pull some glue off me. That was a hot mess. Now let's see. Now we could slide this picture up under there a little bit. Yeah, let's see. Yep. You have to pay close attention to what you're taking, even down to supplements. It can be a very, and I think we might, hold on. Uh-oh. It's 7:15. Do you know where your brain is? Mine's on glue. And I don't mean in the huffing kind of way. According to the temperature doomable hobby, it's a technical term. It is 64 right now. It's a high of 71 today. Low of 57. 87% chance of rain. Then it diminishes. And then by Wednesday next week, it's back up to 64%. But look, our highs are 73, 72, 74, 75, 72. Getting up to almost 60 at night. Yeah, and if you, yeah, that's true about supplements. You got to be careful with those too. Okay, oops. And I think maybe I want to break out my bag of jewelry. And we want to add a piece of jewelry right here, or a part of a piece of jewelry. So let's start gluing some shit down, huh? Shall we? Oh no, I'm sorry. Did I just rub it in? I'm not ready for it to be spring yet because summer follows very close on its heels. So I am not bragging by any measure. If I could send it you guys' way, I surely would. Although Mike is jonesing for that that summer weather. He's got joint problems in his knees, though, from activities. He loves it when it's 1:15. That is just psycho to me. I don't mind the mild winters. I fully understand at my age why people are snowbirds. I get it. You can afford to live someplace not ice freaking cold in the winter. More power to you. Okay. So this is the burial site here. And then I would like to do a piece of jewelry right there, I think. So what did I do with that bag of jewelry today, Amy? I had such a good... Oh. I threw a picture off the edge. I had such good organization today. Well, and then I thought the boys were coming. So I pulled everything into my room quickly and made a mess of my desk. Give me just a minute. Not at the moment. That doesn't mean they're not still coming. It's only 7. They've shut up as late as 9 o'clock. I'm with you, Janice. Having lived in the desert for a total, not all at once, of about 15 years, which is a good portion of my life. And the desert is beautiful. I'm not saying it's ugly or anything like that. But it's not where my home is. My heart is not here at all. All right. So let me put some of this trim back in the bucket that I piled up here. And then I can look for I just don't want to make a bigger mess. What, me? Not a bigger mess? Go figure. I'm trying to be better. And I did throw some trim all over the place over here. Look, I got some eyelet we might use later off some pillowcases. And I tea-dyed it. And I've got a little bit of sheet lace. I've got some big burgundy trim. I need to iron it, but I've got some some pink bias tape. I've got some samples I've got some bitty pieces of fabric in here. A whole bunch of different fibers. And where to do with it? There's the lid. Forest. Yeah, I love. Well, I worked in Sequoia and Kings Canyon. I worked, and I did work in Death Valley, and it's gorgeous out there. There is some amazing stuff to see out in the desert, but it's not where I want to live. It does not feel like home to me. It's not. The desert to me is not welcoming. The desert says, get the fuck out. It's hot. I am doing my best to run all you people off, and you keep moving here. Also, we're having epic water shortages. It wasn't this climate was not meant to support this many people. But there are some people who come to the desert and it's home for them, and I get it. But it's not home for me. Let me see if I shoved it in here. I don't think I did. Okay, the piece of jewelry is going to have to wait because I've lost the thing. I tucked it in and I was like, this is a good spot. I'll be able to find it. Nobody, nope. You need to go back in the bucket. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. I've even lost a thing I had. Oh my gosh. It's probably right under something. Carly, you're lost. Well, anything that tries to kill you by dehydrating you to death, you know? Probably not a good thing. I'm a little bit frustrated about this. Let me drop some more stuff on the floor. That's exciting. Did I tuck it in here? I don't think I did. I had it in my hands today, people. But I'm also missing another thing. Oh, I put that down here. This is mostly these kind of barrettes. And I'm loath to dump the whole thing out because I already did it once today. We do have this little hand. The little like peace hand. It's like a meditation thing. Oh, we got that could be fun. I'm just gonna put it on her face for right now. Ooh, I have an earring. What about that? Oh, that doesn't really say that lady though, huh? No. We already used a piece of this somewhere else, so that's not good. And when I say I dumped it out already once today, I did it on purpose. I didn't knock it over. There's the other earring. Alcohol wipes. That's not going to help us right now. Tinker Dauber. Mustache. A little bit of creepy cloth. Okay. We'll definitely come back to those earrings, though, for another lady. I bought those off a live sale 900 years ago. And I was like, the other one I'll use in a boho journal, probably. Maybe we could use the heart as the marker for the grave. I don't know. We'll keep it out there just in case. I don't know if I like that idea or not. Hey, I found a book corner. Come back here, button. No escaping, button. This is my jar of miscellaneous junk that I find on my desk. And I just pile it all in here. And then I pretend it doesn't exist until I need something. Okay. I need to find Nature's freeze dryer. Freeze-dried mangoes. $7 for a quarter pound. Oof. I don't blame you. eBay's a little sketchy. Escape is futile. Okay, so do you guys like any of these pieces? So we've got like a keychain or keyhole. Maybe from the house that we killed her in. I kind of like the, maybe she's kind of a, I don't know. What do you get? What's your guys' opinion on pieces? Pieces. Because I can always keep looking. We don't have to do it tonight. I'm sure the minute I'm not live, that bag of stuff will turn up. I feel certain of it. Okay, so we're going to say no to the heart for now. And I think I'll put that there and that there. Now I need to find my Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue. I have not seen in a hot minute. We'll just, I don't know if Fabric Tech's going to hold down a metal piece. Oops, I left a bulb pin. Stick that in. Carla. Let me see here. I feel like I cleaned and now I can't find anything. Just a moment. I found my other baby head that I was looking for. Hooray, baby head. Okay. It has nothing to do with what we're doing right now. It sat on my desk for 900 years, and now I can't find it. I wonder if I put it in my, hold on. There's a place it might be in my, I may have moved it over to my wall of stuff, my shoe holder. Because that's where it would go, right? Is it glue? Found it. Found my E6000. In the logical place where I should have put it. Okay. Does she? Uh-oh. This is if I can get it open. It's glued itself shut. Okay. Going back over there to see if my pliers are over there. Because that's how I roll. Pliers. Got it. Okay. That was scary for a minute. A minute to win it. Okay. This metal piece is pretty heavy, is why I was looking so diligently for the E6000. Okay, let's push it all over the thing. I am just determined to glue myself to something today. Okay. Even if we don't like it there, it's there now. Let me get my fingers cleaned off before I wind up super glued to something. With tiny Fabri-Tac corners. I see so many people having good luck with glues that never work for me for that application. Okay. One more. One more time. Now this only meets at the fingers and the... So that's the only place we're going to put the glue. Fingers and the palm. Because it's curved. We're going to get that nice and tight. Even if we have to use... Okay, so while we're waiting for that to set up a little bit, we can chatty chat. Yeah, so I had lost one of the baby faces on my desk. Here it is, one of the tiny baby faces. So definitely don't want to close that just yet. But hooray for plastic spatulas, that saved us. So what everybody have for dinner? Let's talk about food. Owls will be on in about half an hour. I just saw the notice come through, the 30-minute doodah. While I'm thinking about it, let me grab the link so we can... Pizza Hut for Carla. No, that's what I have 1, 2, 3. If you give me a minute, I can go grab the plastic bin I put everything in and show you where we're at with that. Leftover chicken and mashed potatoes with a side of peas. Nice. Let me just get Elsa's Link for the stream. Show more. There it is. Okay. I have that link prepared. Leftover crock pot stew. Nice. Had mushu mai. Pork shoe mai. Oh, okay. Nice. I had French dip from Arby's for lunch. I had oatmeal for breakfast. And, well, at breakfast time, at normal people breakfast time, I had oatmeal with the pumpkin and flax. And at 3 in the morning when I got up, after I'd been up for maybe 45 minutes, I had the last of the leftover meatloaf. Ooh, beef stew. Nice. I was really, really craving meatloaf. And let's see if lifting that up a little bit helps. Because it's trying to wander off on us. No wandering off. Let me grab the baby head bucket thing. Whoa! I have the best balance. Not. Okay, I'm briefly going to move this to someplace where I can keep an eye on it because that it's trying to wander. And we can add this baby head back in it. Okay. First of all, I lost the whole thing for a while. I plan on using some of that moss. So here's our finished baby heads. There's our 2 baby heads I had not yet painted. And then these are from the dollar store. They're those, I'm going to save the hair for the serial killer journal. That sounds so bad. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. So we would only use one of these because we need odd numbers. But I like the variety that gives us, when we play around with it. And this is the fabric we're going to cover it in. But we were going to grunge the heck out of that. And I have the that garland we got, that fall garland, to be added to it out in the garage. I saw a TikTok video recipe that uses 4 ingredients: meatballs, garlic bread, cheese, and mozzarella. You made a meatloaf yesterday, Roseanne? And spaghetti. Sauce. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that sounds awesome. A little bit, but I think it's going to be more bready than that. Some garlic cheese bread. It's going to be cheesy. Yep, ours was in a baggie. Love meatloaf. I do. So yeah, so that's where we're at. I haven't cheated on you with it. I lost it for a little while, which is part of the reason I was cleaning my room, because I couldn't find several things, you know. But that's where that's at, and we should work on that again soon sometime. So I think we may be dead in the water with this for now. But let's prop that side up a little bit higher. That seemed to help keep it from wandering. While we wait for that to dry. I have to admit, I'm holding my creepy back a little bit because I don't know how far is too far. Like, how far before I lose people, you know? But I also like that maybe our serial killer, you know, still in the fledgling stage, still, at least in this book, you know, testing things out, you know. I think it's okay if that's loose. Oh, wait till closer to Halloween? Yeah. There is a lot going on with the serial killer and everything. We need to set a date to do the envelope-y thing. No, I don't think I like her, but not on that page. And I don't want to put anything over here right now. You walk off the crappy flower. The creepy. Oh, yeah. Carla's in it to win it. I just worry if I get too gory with some of the stuff, you know, people are going to run screaming from the area. I do want just a little bit more glue down there. No, don't be so picky about it. Gives it interest, right? Gives us a chance to make it tattered, and we can always come back and glue more later. I'm just going to try and fix this with a little bit of, I don't want that peeling up. There we go. And the ends seem like on this piece there a little bit. Oop, there we go. Like they might be inclined to lift. Yay! People don't run from you. That's because those people don't get you. We get you. Not everybody wants to be Susie Sunshine. Plus, we're testing out how crazy our serial killer is, you know? I mean, we've got mementos. And other stuff like that we're working with, and we'll collect as we go along, because I'm going to have more than one. This is going to be an ongoing thing. We may make more than one serial killer. We may make multiple. I pulled all these buttons out of the button thing because they're metal. I'm feeling very metal buttons right now. Isn't that one pretty with all the swirly design on it? So I'm going to add these to our serial killer box. And I found a pair of lips when I was sorting. There's a brown button. But yeah, I think we should add her in to go with that, which this is probably safe to punch now. So let's give that. Oh, that's not quite halfway. Oh, bummer, I'm going to have to cut into that hand, but maybe we can make it a little shallower. Doesn't have to be a huge thing. There. Now we get just a little. Let's get that piece out of here. Put it in the trash. And ink some edges. Now I've lost my ink. Ink-a-dink-a-doo. I swear. I lose everything on my desk. That's what happens. All the things on my desk. It'll turn up. But yeah, I think these at different places in the journal will be kind of reinforcing the red crazy thing going on. Okay, I think it's not wandering, but it's not all the way dry. Okay, but that doesn't, the glue doesn't come up out of the keyhole, so we can at least go this way and test out different places we might like the red. Okay, probably not. Definitely not there. I hope that's set up enough for me to do this. What about, do I like it on the green? I think I do. What do you guys think on the green? I'm thinking on the green. Aw. Well, I think a huge black old time suck. Now I have email back. Share a screen to learn. Uh-oh. Janice has got stuff going on. I feel ya. All I did this week was go live, and I missed 2 days of that, and clean and sort. And I do feel accomplished for having done that, because look, I could find the baby heads tonight. Okay, I stuck it on the green page. Thank you, Christine. Oh yeah, ew, no fun, Carla. But yeah, I'm happy with how this is turning out. We still need to add a little bit more. And I think we want to add to this page to make it kind of a cohesive thing. It doesn't all have to be about one victim per se. But yeah, I want to take the Barbie hair from those dolls and use it in the journal. 3 meetings? Somebody's on crack at your work. It's the end of the, it's January, February. Well, it is the end of the first quarter. And more than one Monday. Ew. It wasn't a whole week of Mondays, was it? By the time you get used to it, something else will die and we'll have to learn something else. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. At least what you're using now, you can learn. That's always a good thing. Technology is such a fast-paced thing. So I think we can expect, since nobody went, ew, don't do the creepy. This could get gorier as time goes on. Or crazier. It could get significantly crazier. I'm thinking about one thing to add, like in right here. I gotta find the right thing for it, though. Yeah. Well, we didn't get a ton done tonight, but I'm happy with what we got done. Next week, we'll try and we'll figure out what we want to put here to cover this back up. I'm not worried about anything getting grungy or dirty because it's a serial killer book. Darn close to a whole week of Mondays. Well, that would be the second week in less than a month that you had more Mondays than not. Chance. Work at home is a boom and a bust. You know, it's brought to enable printing in the application. Well, that's smart of him, Carla. Yes. Probably gonna have to use my own. But I do have that page too, from the you know, we used it here with all the different fingerprints on it. I gotta do something about that page. So I like the keyhole there. I do. That's one of the letters. It will work Monday, but not today. Ew, that does not sound like fun, Carla. That sounds like a lot of work. And they should just make it work right in the first place. Yeah, it's a thing, Roseanne. IT. Sometimes they are not as helpful as you'd like them to be. And then you have your mics of the world trying to make the cable work for everybody. So yeah, I think I'm very happy with our little card that we did with paint chips. I'm glad I had the idea to stick them together. That's a good for the future. Ideas. So yes, we got to come up with something to bind all this together, I think. So I'll try and put that in my brain and percolate on it. And I do think I want to use her. And I'm working on an idea to come up with for all our eyeless and lipless people to make it creepy. I think we might be using some of the jelly prints. So I've got them over here. That's the hold the phone. Those are the pictures we tried to jelly print. Okay, so except for the ones from this last session, I haven't trimmed those yet. But we've got some nice, so I thought we might use these in some way. Because depending on what kind of paper you put it on, so I did think about that. Because we've got some good. Now, where's the rest of them? There's another pile. I thought I brought it here. There's a whole big pile somewhere. Maybe I put it inside the jelly printing thing. No, don't fall off. Don't fall off the... I would like you to not do that. Let's see. What, like that. See, depending on how you put it. I don't know. It was just an idea. We got 53 done in an hour with flat out printing, folding, and 5 were missing addresses. 58 out of 200. Hey, that's progress. Oh, ew. That's probably what took you the longest, though, handwriting the envelopes. Boo on that. So this is an option, I think, for... That makes me wonder what I did with the rest of these prints. So just an aside, I guess. I'll have to... There's a whole big... They might be on my desk, actually. Nope, it doesn't look like it. I probably put it in a safe place. Yeah, I know, but most of them are missing. Like, all the good ones are not here. Phooey. Okay, well, I'll figure it out. They couldn't have got very far. Could be in here. I don't know. We'll have a look later. But you know what I mean. This is a good grungy one. But just folding them in half because of the size of the jelly print, it might not be big enough for some of the pictures we use. So we'll have to see. But we could make a journal and use these as backgrounds on the pages. So it could be like a layered thing. But yeah, so we might put other eyeballs back there, or like we could put universes and galaxies. I just have to find that folder where I put all those. But that's going to be a separate journal. I'm thinking of making a little maybe ring bound kind of one. I got to get all the pictures together that we tore eyeballs and cut mouths off of, and see what the biggest ones are. Because I kind of want to leave them intact as much as possible. So that's definitely going to be a thing. And that'll have lots of crazy writing in it. Okay, so that's stuck down good. That seems to be stuck down very good. But I'm not going to close the book until this is all the way dry, just to be safe. So we should... Else is coming up. So if you guys are going to go over there. Oh, and I found these lips too. Oops. They're kind of puffy. Puffy, small lips. So I found those today while I was cleaning. Used to staple... do a glue thin magazine. That's a good idea. Glue to a thin magazine. Yeah, something that has staple binding on it. Yeah. I'll have to look into that. All right. So it is time for Elsa's live. She's going live at 8, and I have the link for you if you guys are going over there. No obligation, but she does run a good show. Sometimes she crafts, sometimes she doesn't. Late Night Lunatics is mostly a discussion about current events, about past events, about all kinds of things. You never know what the... Yeah, even a cat... Oh, you know what? I do have a huge... from one of those home decorating places. I'll have to look over there. Good idea, good idea. Let me see what I've got over in my secret stash. So you never know what the topic's going to be. She does answer questions, and
it's usually a lot of fun, you know. It's a place to let your hair down and where we'll be able to swear because it's late night. So, however you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you the happiest of crafting. Bye, 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 bye. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. And that is the end. Good night, Carla and Janice and Christine and Roseanne and anybody else I might have missed. Love and hugs to you all. The